Hi everybody, it's Aurora for the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast, and I'm speaking to you from the future, and also without Nicole. Hi Nicole! So this next episode is one that Nicole and I and my brother, who you'll soon hear, recorded a long time ago. It was one of the first few that we've ever did, and we kind of found it in the archives, and we're like, you know what, let's break it out for the new year. It gets so deep and philosophical and fun, and we have such great conversations, and it was so good that we didn't want to get rid of anything, so we actually broke it up into 2 parts. So this is the first part. Enjoy, and stay tuned next week for the next part. All right, have a good time. Bye.
Where do you know stuff?
I'm an expert.
Your mom's an expert.
Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to our podcast. Me and my boyfriend Nicole. I'm Aurora.
And I'm the boyfriend, Nicole.
And how are you guys doing? And today's topic is my brother. He has decided to join us. So he is looking at us all kinds of strange right now because he hasn't heard our new podcast name. So we were originally going to be Mooney and the Wolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that was you guys.
Right.
And we just kind of had this revelation that she is Mooney, I am the Wolf. But at one point we had switched. It just wasn't fitting. And then jokingly, I was like, what if we change the name to Me and My Boyfriend Nicole? Because the joke is whenever we go out together, we are a lesbian couple and she is my boyfriend.
That's what people always think of us.
That's what they assume.
It happens.
So then I was like, that's funny. Me and my boyfriend Nicole. We're not together and she's not my boyfriend. And not even a boy.
No.
However, you would make a cute dude.
Aw, thanks. That was the nicest way anybody's put it, though, because I have been accused of, not accused. Accused is the wrong word. I'm going to be crucified for that. But I have been thought of as someone who was transitioning.
Yes.
I'm going to ask this question.
Yes, go ahead. Ask anything. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about if I get in trouble when I go home if I ask this question.
Oh, okay. Well, nobody has to know.
How can anybody even think that you're transitioning with all that equipment you are carrying up front?
Right?
That's what I want to know.
Right? Well, apparently it can be bought and paid for.
No, you already know it can be bought and paid for.
No, first of all, okay, listen. There's a difference. You can tell if it's fake or not. Okay? You can, especially if they are at a certain size and above.
Yes?
Yes, you can. Because they don't sit the same exact way.
Okay.
Okay, so with the people in your population, the enormousity, that's a new word,
it's a word.
The strongness of your back.
What I carry on my back. Yes.
Because you carry
on my front.
You carry children.
Yes.
With you all the time. It's like they never got off the titty. But all I'm saying is that is highly what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think that's an accurate statement. That's why I said that to you. But that's just me. Maybe they were trying to nag you and get in your pants.
Well, at one point it was a drag queen, so I don't think that was it.
But okay, so basically what you're saying is that the way that in which I am endowed in my mammary glands, you can tell that there's no way possible these could be fake, that these can't be implants.
Facts.
So, would it surprise you to find out?
No, wait, let me make a statement. I've seen them I've seen them like that, but after said woman had a kid, and then they went back down to they were still there, but the kid.
And there's the kid. Yes, yes, because I had 2 children and breastfed, and then I was like, I need to pump back up.
Right.
Yes, and that's what happened.
Okay,
and so so now tears. We're gonna have them taken out, and we're going back to. Not even going back to. I have never been small chested. I was a double D when I was 15.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and so now for the first time in my life, I'm not going to be. I'm going to be small.
Small.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of the itty bitty
city committee.
Yes.
You can actually buy cute
join
bras.
The team. I know. I'm getting excited.
That's overrated. I'm a dude. That's overrated.
Cute bras?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say women do not wear cute bras or cute underwear for men.
Facts.
We wear cute bras and underwear for me.
That's what you call it. That's why it's called being selfish.
Right?
Selfish?
Selfish. It's selfish.
What is selfish about it?
It's just selfish. Like, what about me?
Because I look cute.
Right?
But see, when I feel like I look cute, I feel like I look cute. And
right?
And men are attracted to that.
So, well, when I feel like I look cute, it makes me want to act out cute and sexy and playful. And I feel really good. And I'm in myself. And I want to be into you. And, you know. But I'm excited about never wearing a bra again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yes.
Never wearing a bra.
Yes.
Never wearing a bra.
Now, listen.
Okay.
Now, my heterosexual male part, I love when women don't wear bras, right? Because, like, the worst part was two things I don't like about it, right? The visual is wonderful. Love it, right? The problem is now I can't imagine anything because I already see it. Right? Second, well, now that I'm older, and I'm so old now, right?
You are not old, but go ahead.
I became an old man because, like, we went out in the
crotchety
Atlanta.
old man, a crotchety old man.
We went to Atlanta one day, and it was me, the ex-wife, and the kids, and India's almost boyfriend. I don't know. Anywho, so there's this chick walking out, and she had no bra on, a see-through shirt, right? And I was like, I'm so tired of that stuff, right? Wear what you want to wear, but however, don't be mad at me when I'm looking, because you're showing me. Right, so if you're looking and you're saying, why are you looking at my boobs or something like that, quit showing me. I don't like that. That's just mean-spirited. It is. When you got 88% of all your anatomy out and you're mad that I'm looking at it, don't show it. It's as simple as that.
And I have two feelings about
I
that.
have two feelings about it.
Bring it.
Because, okay, for me, right, one is that I think it's totally ridiculous that you cannot wear a shirt and nobody says anything. But if I don't wear a shirt, it's being sexually explicit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we both have pretty much the same thing. We got nipples, and we might have some fat or we might not have some fat on there. Okay?
I feel what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, we might have a little bit of extra, we might not have a little bit of extra.
Technically, you're
I've seen men who have bigger boobs than me.
You're right.
Okay?
Technically, you're right. However,
Can she finish her thought?
99% of women don't like men boobs.
But
you don't want my boobs to look like your boobs.
No,
Okay.
but my thing though is because I'm a woman, I'm a sexual object, and therefore it is my responsibility to make sure that I'm not turning anybody else on unless I want to have that type of attention, negative or positive. For me, I'm just thinking I don't want to wear a bra. Like, how would you feel if you had to wear a cup out everywhere you went all the time?
I feel you.
100-degree weather,
That
humidity.
Sucks. That was suck.
You know what I mean? It's uncomfortable, right? And I'm like, I am never wearing a bra again. I'm going to have a bra burning party, you know? But there's the other part of me that is like, I can understand it. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference, too, between men and women that we can't help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have one. However, my understanding is that you don't have a lot of control over certain parts of your anatomy that might pop up whenever. You know, sometimes you might have a thought, sometimes you might not.
Right.
You know, and it's like, oh, well, if blood flows to certain parts, then certain parts are being awoken, and now I am thinking about that. And I can't help but look there. Right. You know what I mean? So I don't take it offensively necessarily if someone's looking there or whatever, you know. A lot of times that makes me look down and go, oh, is one headlight on and the other one not? Like, let's get them even, you know, just because I like symmetry, you know. So, you know, it doesn't offend me that way. It's when someone feels the need to grab me, talk to me inappropriately or whatever, that then I got to get a little crazy.
There we go. So
you know what I mean?
That's kind of where I am at it.
I agree.
Where I believe women should be able to express themselves how they want to and wear what you want to wear. And if that's how you express yourself as fashion, you know, a little more on the risque side, you know, you do you. I will say, maybe this is like old fashioned, like if you have 90% of your body on display, you have to go about life with a little bit of like self-awareness of like, you are now dressing a certain type of way. You are going to have people looking at you. Now, where I get like, no, unacceptable is when men, women start making comments, being aggressive, being rude, like talking about you, like feeling like they can grab you, like feeling like they can say anything to you. Like, that's where I'm like, no. Just because I'm dressing a certain way doesn't mean you get to treat me a certain type of way.
Agreed.
Because that's not fair. Yes, I am going out into the world. You are going to get attention if you go out. If you are a peacock and you have your feathers out on display, people are going to be looking at your feathers because they're beautiful.
Right.
And I appreciate the feathers,
right.
But that doesn't mean that I get to go grab the peacock's tail and be like, oh, she's a slut. Oh, she's just asking for attention. Oh, hey, yo, ma, let me hit that. Like, whatever. Like,
does that work? Hey, yo, ma, let me hit that.
No,
I don't think so.
Never on the history of Earthdom.
I never. Like, I don't know why it happens, but I don't know.
It's just like one of those things where you have to be self-aware, but also you don't deserve to be treated a certain type of way the way you dress. And that's where I have the issue is, why do people feel like they get to make a comment and treat you a certain type of way?
That's a good question.
Just because of how you dress.
Well, I think that it's always a reflection of them and not you.
Yeah.
You have brought up something for them that is a trigger. Whether it's their own self-worth, whether, you know, it's an issue they have, that it's not an issue you have.
Yeah.
Because nothing is sexier in the world than a woman who believes in herself and struts it and feels confident.
Yeah.
I don't care if she's wearing sweats and just came out of the gym and got her hair pulled back, no makeup, whatever. Whether she's curvier, tinier, younger, older, it don't matter. But a woman who is self-confident and happy in herself just exudes beauty.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's so just
it's attractive.
100%.
I agree.
It's attractive.
A confident woman is the most beautiful thing in the world.
Right? And it doesn't matter what you're wearing.
But, you know, I think about this sometimes. I'm like, this is why it's hard to meet people in real life. Is because men are so afraid to approach a woman and be like, you look nice today. Like, you know, what's your name? Like, can we go on a date? Blah, 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 blah. Like, that used to be a thing. Like, you could approach somebody in real life and it wouldn't be like, oh, like, it's creepy, blah, 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 blah. Now, I feel like men are scared to even talk to a woman because they feel like she's going to feel some type of way. I'm like, can we get to a happy medium where men aren't gross when approaching women, but they also feel comfortable enough to, if a woman is attractive and they want to say, hey, she's not like, oh, he's going to attack me. Like,
well, and I think that depends on the man. It depends on the woman. It depends on a lot of things. But there's another problem too is that we're all so much into our phones that we're not even having interactions anymore.
Yeah.
We're not really talking to each other anymore. And I can't tell you how many times I've been out, and I've been guilty of this myself, you know, where you might even be on a dating app. You trying to meet people, and there's someone right next to you that's trying to meet you, but you ain't paying attention.
Right.
Because you in your phone. Like,
I can't tell you.
You're like, I can't meet anybody. And there's like two dudes standing right there trying to talk to you. Or women. I've been, the same way, looking at a guy or trying to talk to a guy or whatever. And he's on his phone. And you can clearly see he's swiping. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Could have been me.
Right? Okay, you just swiped on someone that is dark hair with big titties. Hello, I am standing right here. You don't like live and in person? I don't know.
I mean, I'm guilty of that too. Like, when I go to Kroger, I'm like, look, she's putting on her headphones. She's listening to a podcast while she's walking down the aisles getting what she needs. Like, the grocery store is like a meditation place for me. Like, I'm like, I just want to go and have a good time. But yeah, I mean, we're also focused on our devices. We're very isolated in these little bubbles moving through life.
I feel you, because I love having my headphones on in public.
It's the best feeling.
I go to the grocery store when I'm at work. If I'm not actually with the patient or like chilling with everybody else, headphones.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe that's sad. And like today, what I'm trying to do now, one of my goals is I always have to be listening to something. My goal every day now is to have 1 hour where it is completely quiet. where I'm not having any type of media, like no sound, no music, no show playing in the background, no podcast, no video game. I'm not doing anything. Like, that's what I was doing before. Like, I wasn't feeling well, so it was kind of like a good excuse not to have that. But I'm like, I need to give myself time to not be stimulated. What is my brain thinking about when it's not being shoved full of everything?
For me, it's very, very important to me to start out every morning outside, no electronics. First thing in the morning, I give myself at least a half an hour, usually an hour, before I touch any electronics, phone, TV, anything, and just go outside, and be by myself and meditate and just start my day out that way.
Yeah.
And start out with the things that I am grateful for, because there's so many. And I think it's sad that, saying 10 things that we're grateful for seems like a big thing to people. But, I'm like, it can be as simple as the fact that I can hear the birds and see what's in front of me, and just simple things, to having food in your fridge, to, my basic needs are met, to everything, and just starting out from that place makes the whole day different versus waking up and getting straight on my phone and what do I need to do, and I'm already feeling like I'm behind before I've even started my day,
right? And
just put you on a totally different path.
I like that, because you got to fight that especially when you got to go to work. Especially the night before you got to go to work.
I know, we talked about that.
I hate that feeling. I got to go to work, so it ruins your whole, wherever you're at that particular time, and then your whole next day. It's like, it's stupid. So
the moment that thought goes in your head, your whole day's ruined. You're like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, and I don't know if that's like a bigger indication of, oh gosh, I don't like what I'm doing, like my job. But, thankfully I haven't had that thought yet, which is good, which means I'm enjoying what I'm doing, which is always fun. But, like, you can't let that ruin your day. It's like, you still have all day Sunday. Like, you still get to do fun things all day. The day is not shot because you got to go to work tomorrow.
And work's not that bad.
Yeah.
And work's not that bad.
Well, and I think it's a perception thing, too. And that's where, for me, starting out with the meditation and the gratitude thing changes my whole perception in the fact of, say, going to work, I get to go to work versus I have to go to work. Because during this year, the COVID craziness, people getting laid off, everything else, to still have a job is a thing. And then you feel bad because you're like, so many people have been laid off, and if you're still able to work,
Oh, I'm upset I get to go earn a paycheck and provide for my family.
Yeah, but legitimately, I don't care what your job is. We've all had those moments where we're like, oh my God, I have to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even wanna, and that's normal.
I feel like even when you enjoy your job, there's just some days you're like, I really wish this day was all about me. Like, you know what I mean? What do I want to do? Like, you know what I mean?
It took me a long time to realize a good day is not doing nothing. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A good day is actually doing something productive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like going on my little dad dates.
Yeah. I'm never fulfilled by a day that I do nothing. I always feel like so like, whoa.
It took me so long to realize that. Like, I gotta go do something.
Even if it's just going outside the house for a few minutes, just driving down the road, going to see a friend. I don't know, just doing something.
But yeah, it took me, how old am I now? 42? It took me 42 years to learn how to be still for a moment.
Right?
Oh, gosh. And I didn't, people don't understand how amazing that is. Like, if you really desire something to whatever God you pray to, that's one of the things you should be asking for. To be able to be still.
Yeah.
And you realize how dope that is. And then you get off in your little, what people call your high thoughts. And I have so many of those now. And it's wonderful.
Can you speak up a little bit?
No.
Okay. We ain't got mics right now, so you really got to project that voice.
All right. You ready for it? I'll share one of my terrible high thoughts.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
You already know this one.
Okay.
But this is real. But this is a dope, but nobody thinks about it this way. Here we are now.
Lay it on me.
Oh, gosh. Is it the one I think you're going to say?
It's going to be terrible. Here it is.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about, with my religious background, I think the Most High made everything. Right? That's just my religious.
The Most High made everything?
That's what we call him.
God.
Okay.
Most people call him God, we call him the Most High.
Okay.
I call him the Most High for 3 different reasons. The third reason is my favorite, because the devil called him the Most High. So if your enemy agrees with you, you know that it's true. Any hoozles. Clouds. Oh. Think about how dope a cloud is, yo. Mm-hmm. What is it?
Water.
Is it?
We actually don't know.
Nobody knows. Like, it could be water in a different state, because nobody knows the natural state of water, right? But look at all the stuff the cloud can do. You got thunder, you got lightning, you got rain, snow, hail, all types of stuff that happens in the cloud. But yet, it could be as small that you never see it, or it can be the size of Texas. Mm-hmm. But yet, a little gust of wind can control it. But yet, life is about all up in it. It does so many different things, and it's no natural shape. It is what it is. It literally is what it is. And it's such a necessary thing for life. But what is it? You know what I mean? And you just look at it, you be like, somebody had to think of that. Because that's an infinite thought. Because you can't box that in, but it does so much stuff. So somebody who has an infinite thought, who was infinite, had to think of that. That's dope as shit.
I'm really glad you came through with something philosophical there. Because I thought you were about to come through with the... everything is either a potato or not a potato.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in life. The shower thought said, everything is either a potato or not a potato. And he's not wrong. And he was high as shit. But it was still funny. It's still hilarious to this day.
You prove yourself. I'm so proud of you. Because I really was like, you about to talk about this potato.
No, not the potato. but seriously, like, next time you see a cloud, you just look at it. You're like, wow. First of all, you would never see that cloud ever again. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like every sunset is different. Mm-hmm. You know, you would never see that again in all of life. But yet, it's there. Mm-hmm. And it's a normal thing, like we see it. Like you said, being grateful. Mm-hmm. So it's dope. I don't know. I think of stuff like that now. Mm-hmm. And when you can be still, like Dave Chappelle said it the best. I don't have no money like him, but he said, unlike most people, I have the time and money to stop and think. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Real stuff.
We all want to get there.
We all want to get there.
So, question.
Yes, ma'am.
Which do you prefer? Sunrise or sunset?
I'm sunset, dude.
Sunset.
I like sunrises, but I'm a sunset dude.
Sunrise.
Because one of my favorite colors, you get about 15 minutes before it actually goes completely dark. Mm-hmm. And to me, it makes me happy and sad at the same time, so it's a bonus. So I'm a sunset dude all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's so hard for me because, like, I guess maybe I am a sunset person. Mm-hmm. There's just so many more colors.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the like. I like that it looks like God was literally painting the sky. Like he painted a new painting every day. Like, you know, I've never seen the same sunset twice.
You never will.
I never will, and I just think that's so beautiful. Like, to me, like, there are certain things, like, nothing quite makes me think about God as much as looking at nature. Because he's so evident in it.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it. But anyway. Mm-hmm. So, Daniel.
No, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Final answer. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how you doing?
What's up? I've been accused of so many things, especially at work. That's my answer. That's my standard answer. Anywho, I'm listening.
Well, so far the conversation is great. I don't want to interrupt this flow, but people are probably wondering, like, yo, this guy just jumped on. We started talking. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Just a little bit.
I'm your big brother. Uh-huh. I'm the best brother ever.
You're my only brother. You literally have no competition.
It doesn't change the fact that I'm good at it. I don't know, man. There's not too much about me. I'm a weird dude, and I love it. Mm-hmm. It took me a long time to be comfortable in my own skin, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm a weird dude. It's just what it is.
You are.
I am.
You know what's funny? Daniel and I are 15 years apart, but we are very similar sometimes.
Yes.
When it comes to personality, I feel like that's Lola.
But don't ever forget the fact that you're stupider than me.
You will always 100% be stupider than I am.
You know, you're probably right, but I'm not going to agree with you.
You literally just agreed with me, and I feel like you proved my point.
I'm gonna ask you to prove it.
I don't feel like I need to do any
I
more
don't
work.
recall. I don't recall anything I just said.
Okay. You don't recall anything you just said?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got that from Ronald Reagan, man.
Nice.
That was the best thing ever. I don't recall.
Well, originally, Nicole and Daniel were going to do the podcast together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then life's got in the way.
And Daniel, you know.
First of all, I've been on a very good. I've been in a good space for a long time. I was angry today for no apparent reason.
Don't knock
My
the
bad.
table. There's.
But I've been in a really good place. Like, you know how good of a place you got to be to think of clouds and stuff like that, where I be at?
Right?
Yeah.
You in a growth.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Like, I'm feeling it right now.
Right?
Yeah.
It feels good, doesn't
It
it?
does feel good.
Feeling
And it
the
started
vibes.
4 years ago.
Mm.
And it was weird. This is what happened. Long story short, I was in a very, very bad place. And I remember I got home and I was very upset. And I was praying. And I literally told the Most High, I said, you know what? You are very hard to get along with.
Mm.
And then you know how like, you were being so mad, you start laughing? So I was, it was one of those. And I was laughing. And I felt him laugh with me, if that makes sense. I felt
it does.
I felt it all over me, and I knew it was true. And that's when everything changed. And about 6 months before that, he gave me a dream what he was going to do. I didn't understand what it meant at the time, and that's exactly what he did. And it's been dope. It's been real dope.
Good.
No, it's been 5 years ago now. About that time.
I mean, it's whenever you broke up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 5 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daniel. Oh, see, you know what? I'm not gonna expose you like that. We're
Don't
just
do me like that.
we're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
here to have a good
Yes.
time. But
Don't butt me and start exposing me.
I'm not gonna expose you.
Any hoozles.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a very good 5 years. It's been the best time of my life, if that makes sense.
So what's made it the best time?
Honestly, to sum it up, if I would have believed what he told me almost 20 years ago, my mental health would be where it's at right now.
Mm.
If I would have trusted it, I'd have been good. But I had to go through some BS, life.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, here I am.
To get to this point.
To get to this point, the only thing I had to do was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to believe you on that.
Right. So, okay, that brings me to a question.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we've wanted to talk about on this show, and to be a point of that is that sometimes you have to go through those troubles in life. You have to get knocked down and, pull yourself back up to get to where you're supposed to be at, you know, and if it wasn't for the rain, there wouldn't be a rainbow, and so my question for you is, what are your thoughts on that?
I agree with you 100%. I believe that the stuff you go through is always for somebody else.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because in my particular life, the stuff that I've been through, years later, somebody I know is going through something very similar. And I've come to realize that there are a couple people in my life, I'm like, oh man, his life is very similar to mine type thing. So yeah, I without the hard parts, the good parts suck. If that makes sense.
So it's kind of like, well, India and Jade and I were talking about this the other day, about God uses you to teach lessons to others.
Mm-hmm. That's facts. A wise man learns from his mistake, but a wiser man learns from somebody else's. So I
Did you just say wiser?
I mean, all words are made up. No matter what you say,
Touche.
no matter what any grammar Nazi says, because I'm surrounded by them, no matter what, that statement will always be true.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. And the fact that Thor stole it from me makes me mad.
Really? Thor?
Yes.
Thor stole it from you.
Yes, the Avengers. You seen the Avengers? He had said something and he was like, that's not even a word. He said, all words are made up. Like, I've been saying that for years.
Thor.
I've been saying this since you were a baby. And he stole it and made it cool. And I was like, man, that's messed up.
Whatever.
All words are made up.
Whatever.
Don't whatever me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't scared of you. I'll tell your mom.
Yo, mama.
Go ahead, tell her, Mom.
Oh, I'm going to tell her you ain't scared.
She's going to take my side.
No, she's not. She knows how evil you are. You and your little mitten hands.
I'm not. Okay, yeah, Daniel calls me the evil twin of the evil twin.
Because she does this. Like, she'll punch me.
I don't won't punch you.
Well, you know what I mean. She'll hit me violently. If that makes sense.
No.
And then when I get her back, she'll be like, "Oh, Ma, look, he hit me." Da 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 da.
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
No.
She been getting away with that for years, and then finally, about 2 or 3 years ago, old Kitty Ray saw the evil. She saw the whole thing. She said, she almost had a heart attack because you're evil. And then she said, "Oh, Aurora, lovely. I see you. You've been doing that to your brother the whole time." I'm like, finally.
No, see, you take it too far. I'm small.
So you still evil?
Wow.
I'm surrounded by small evil women.
You must like it.
I think so, because the lady I'm with right now, she's small and evil too. She's what? She got little mitten hands too. I don't get it, man. It must be me.
It's you.
It must be me.
So many thoughts went through my head about that.
I'm small. I don't pack a powerful punch.
So go ahead and mouth that, huh?
No.
Yes, you do.
I don't hit you very hard.
First of all, you can punch somebody in the soul if you want. I'm just gonna say.
And your little mitten hands,
your
little mitten hands get between the ribs because you have rid me a lot.
Huh?
You heard me.
No. Anyway, Daniel has big, aggressive man hands, and I am a small person. So not only are his big, aggressive man hands.
First of all, you're agitated a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? Exaggerating. First of all, I'm not even a big dude at all. There's nothing big about me.
You're bigger than me.
Well, you're 4'10" and a half. Everybody's bigger than you.
I'm 5 foot even. Don't you do me that way.
Stop lying to the U.S. government. You're not 5 foot.
You were there when we measured.
You were 4'10" and a half, fam.
No, I'm not. I'm at least taller than Lola. Don't you do me that way.
She's shrunk. She's 4'9".
Okay.
Oh, so you're proud you're taller than somebody who's 4'9"?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Daniel is stronger than me, and he hits me with his big old mats, and it just like takes me out.
I'll give you that. No, I'm very strong for my size, if that makes sense. I will give you that.
He hits me not like I'm a grown man, but he hits me and he means it. So
I do not.
So when you hit me, you don't realize how strong you are.
Well, first of all, your mouth be talking. You be talking cash money.
I do talk a lot of shit, but that's all right.
So do you, though.
Exactly. That's who I got it from.
How come you started? You moved the bear first.
No. One, I talk a lot of shit. One, because it's funny. And two, because I'm really good at it.
Same.
3, you're mean about your shit talking.
What you
Because
mean?
you try to get me, you try to hit me where it hurts. And you're like, I'm a sensitive soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got 4 whole entire feelings, and you try to kill every last one of them immediately all the time. So just let you know, you're an evil person. Accept the fact that you're evil and get better.
Right.
Do better.
But this is y'all's love language, man.
But still, I'm still.
Oh my gosh! If she came at you with, "Yo, bro, I love you. You're the greatest person I know," you'd be like, "Are you dying?
Who are
What's
you?
What's wrong with you?
Who are you? And what have you
right?
done with my sister?"
Exactly. You'd be like, "You stupid."
Yeah, you stupid.
Whatever.
Huh?
Well, I don't know. Daniel and I are 15 years apart. We didn't get along when I was younger.
No, because you were an evil kid, and you know you were. Admit the fact you were an evil kid.
Okay, apparently I was bossy growing up.
I'm pretty sure your mother said that too.
Yeah, it's been confirmed a couple
She's
times.
been babysitters.
I was very protective of Daniel as a wee child.
The woman who babysitted her, we were teenagers. She went to high school. I think she was a year ahead of me. Anyway, she was babysitting this little thing. And
why gotta be a little thing?
Because that's exactly what you were to her. And she looked at my mom dead in the face. She said, "I am never coming back, and that thing right there is birth control," and walked away. She wouldn't even talk to me in high school. That's how terrible you were.
But you were so cute.
I was.
You were so
That was the problem. I tried to use her to get girls. No.
Yeah, I would be like, "Don't touch her," and I didn't say me. I said,
right.
"Don't touch her. Don't touch hand. Don't touch face. Don't touch hair. Don't touch anything." I still don't like to be touched.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is still happening. I feel like you're still a cock block.
Oh!
And I feel like you still don't want to be touched.
100%.
Don't touch me. Don't touch her. You're so cute. I know. Don't touch her. That's what she would do.
Well, and I'm glad that you had a voice and that,
I have very strong boundaries.
You need to do what I did. I played my position for my uncles, your uncles. They used me when I was a baby to get women.
I'm sorry, I will not be exploited.
Well, that I see, because you've been...
You need to be exploited a little.
Terrible the whole time I've been around you. Notice, I just want you to know that I didn't say that at all. I had nothing to do with that statement.
Anyway. So, I was always very protective of you. You had little girlfriends, and I would hit them.
Scratch them.
Did I scratch them?
If I still had certain, if I could, I would call Sharon right now, and she would tell you all the stuff you did to her. You would scratch on her hands, on her thighs. You would get up in her face. No, Danube's mine. Yes, you were a terrible baby.
I was very protective of the people I love.
No, you're a terrible kid. That's just all about.
I used to call him Danube.
Your first word was mine. That should tell you exactly who she is.
End of the story. Okay.
Anywho, let's talk about something else.
Anyway,
that totally explains everything. We will be coming back to that subject.
That's fine.
Yes. Okay. So
we get along really well now.
Yes.
We have very similar senses of humor.
Mm-hmm.
We laugh about the same stupid stuff.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so funny because Lola has no sense of humor.
How does she get along in life?
Lola doesn't think anything's funny. So I'm just wondering, where did we come from?
I don't know.
You got compensated for that.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Also,
Lola never played with us as children.
She doesn't know what the concept is. Parents,
Lola, playing?
Yes. Did you meet her mother?
That's true.
Which is so funny because I think that's you two. Mm-hmm. That is a big part of your personalities.
Yes.
And something that I adore about both of you, though, is that you're constantly playful. Mm-hmm. You're playful with each other. You're playful with other people. You're playful with your children. You just play constantly.
So just know that I don't even like my own kids. Just put that out there. Thank you.
I love his children. Oh my God, they are the bestest.
I don't even like anybody's kids, especially my job makes me hate kids.
You're such a liar.
I know I hate.
Oh, Daniel is a big old softie when it comes to little girls, though. If a little girl
that sounds so bad.
Yeah, I know. Not in the way that you think. No, I just say they melt his little old mean heart. Daniel tries to put off this I'm tough cool guy. No, nothing gets to me. But if a little girl were to offer him a teacup, and we're playing a tea party, he'd be like, yes, we are. We are at a tea party. And
you know what? That's probably true. I'm not gonna. Yes.
Oh! Our baby cousin looked at you and your little heart melted.
Yes, it did. But then again, I told you about my best friend, how he got me. Did I tell you my best friend?
No. Okay, that was so cute. So maybe don't say his name, though.
I'm not going to say his name. So we babysitted for this lady that I used to work with, right? She had this little boy. And we was watching him. And so me and her play fighting. And he hit me in the face. And you pretend like you're crying and stuff. I was like, oh, man, you hit me in the face. And he looked at me. He touched my face. And he said, don't cry. Don't be sad. You're my best friend. And my little heart, that was my BFF forever. At that moment right there. That was my little dude. And then he hurt my feelings, yo. His mom came to pick him up in the morning. I was like, all right, dude, here's your little motorcycle. Remember, you're my best friend. He was like, what? You're not my best friend. My mom's my best friend. And I was really hurt. I thought that little dude was going to be my dude forever. And he wasn't. Mm-hmm. And I hurt my feelings. That's why I hate all kids.
Never been since.
How old were you?
30-something.
Woo!
He hurt.
This explains a lot.
That sounds like trauma to me.
Listen, I had a normal amount of feelings that happened. Now I only have 4, and it's his fault.
What are the 4 feelings that you have?
They don't have names. They're just sometimes they're just there, and people like to touch them. And I don't like it.
Come on, you know what these feelings are. Be vulnerable. Tell me.
The fact that I got 4 lets you know how vulnerable I am. I am a human being, and you're welcome.
So anger, sadness, joy.
I mean, I don't like when people talk. They talk, yeah. People just mean to me sometimes, yo, and it hurts.
Why?
Because they think I'm just I know I got my RBF is up there. I got a very good RBF face, and it keeps me out of a lot of trouble.
What's RBF?
Rest in bitch face. We both have it.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah. So the best one I ever heard was in college. And one girl, she said, "You know what? If anything happened, you just look like you did
it." Shit.
I let it go because I was trying to holler at the time. She was cute, but she said that she wasn't wrong.
Right.
I hurt my feelings though.
Okay, so I will say this goes with my big theory that everything in life is perception. Mm-hmm. Everything is. Because I would never, not from the first moment I met you, have ever thought any of that.
Really?
None of it. No. To me, you've always been just this like gentle soul. And I've seen how playful you are with her and your son and your daughter, your mom. Like I've seen you with everybody, right? But never ever. I've always seen you more as like this Zen person, you know?
We overcompensate in the real world.
No, but I feel like, because I see him in his real, realm with all of y'all, and I never ever would I ever have thought that. I always see you more as just like this playful, like lovable, like genuine, guy.
I got in trouble with a lot of women because of that, because they wanted me to be the guy I look like.
What, the rough, tough guy?
Yeah, well, I'm not, I ain't no bitch, but I mean, like, I'm not no quote unquote thug like they thought I looked like.
I never saw you as a thug. That's so crazy to me.
You have seen what I mean by in the real world. Like, we have RBF, right? Like, people think that I'm a bitch all the time. And it's like, just because I don't go around talking to everybody, because I don't want to talk to you. Like, don't talk.
I know this is where I always talk about the fact that I forced you to be my friend.
Yeah, well, you didn't force me. I liked you, Nicole. You didn't have to force that hard.
Right? I had to keep pushing.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that I liked you. I think that's kind of it.
Hey, your kneecaps are stupid. Anyway, go ahead. I'm listening.
You're just mad that I have calves.
You have enough calves for the both of us.
Yeah, and you'll never get any.
That's
You've
fine.
tried for
I'm
years,
okay.
but it's
I'm
fine.
okay. I don't
okay,
care.
chicken nuts.
I've never tried because I know it was stupid.
It was futile.
First of all, I'm okay with
this is how we know that Jaden is yours, because he too has no calves.
I mean, it is what it is.
Anyway, back to my story.
You're still stupid.
RBF. So we come off as like very cold people. I think that's because of Lola.
Facts.
Don't blame her for everything.
No. Lola, you know what's so funny is like Lola is not the same person she was before, and I thank God every day for that.
Right.
That Jaden grew up with a loving Lola.
Wait. I have showed you the meme that my child sent me, my oldest son, when he had his daughter. Yes, I'm a grandmother. And where it's a picture of Queen Latifah, my hero, right? And it's her in the movie Set It Off, right?
Right.
The bank robber. And then it's her in like one of the award shows where she's dressed up, and just like looking gorgeous, right? And the whole thing is the woman you know as your grandmother is not the woman I know as my mother.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, right? And it's like the person who raised you is not the same person who your child knows, right?
Yes.
Grandma and mom are not the same people.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
100%.
Right? Yeah. Even I, can testify that I'm the same way. I was not the same way with my boys as I am with my granddaughter.
I love Lola. I love Lola dearly. But Daniel and I used to joke that she used to be a gangbanger. Because, like, no lie, like, she had ice in her heart. Like, she was like,
right?
Not one fuck was given.
That day. Like, but anyway, no, Daniel and I have RBF.
Right.
We don't let people get close to us. Like, people have this perception of us. But when we get around family, that's where we show our true insides, our softy parts. So it's not surprising to me that you've seen the real Daniel and you wouldn't recognize him in real life. But Daniel looks like, one, Puerto Rican.
I'm racially ambiguous.
We are both racially ambiguous.
But the thing about it is what pisses me off is when people get surprised that I'm a black man. That pisses me off.
Well, we've already told you.
Listen, don't you start that. Listen, in my mind, I look like a mixed black man. I understand I don't look like a full black man, but I'm more black than most people think.
Yeah, you are.
Right? Because, like, Rudy is maybe lighter than you.
And who's Rudy?
His dad.
My dad is a
okay.
super duper light.
See, and I was wondering if it was inappropriate for me to go, well, you're blacker than me.
Right.
But then you just said that your dad is like maybe lighter than me.
He would have passed the paper bag test.
He could have passed
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And like he has straight hair, curly hair, whatever, like mine. That's where I get mine from.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is like Ice-T is dark compared to this man. That's how light he is. But
my God,
he is.
Wait a minute, sorry. You know how we always joke that Lil likes white Republicans.
That's what it is, yo.
Is he a Republican?
I mean, he could pass.
He could pass as a Republican?
He could pass.
Anyway,
but yeah.
So he fits the profile.
He fits the profile. But I still look like a black man to me. I still do.
You have Afrocentric features.
My beard says, black. You know what I'm saying? I move like a black man. I walk like a black man. This is what I am. But people are like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm a black man. They be like, nah. And sometimes it hurt my feelings. Like, I know I could pass for Dominican, Puerto Rican, you know, all that stuff.
But what do we say to you?
First of all, some of them shits be funny. But they don't mess with me at the airport.
So
that's how we judge everything?
Yes.
No.
Because I can't get through security without getting patted down every single time.
Duh.
Right?
Duh.
Right? I'm like, oh my gosh.
No. So we always tell Daniel that he's one head wrap away from being the 9/11 fall guy.
This is why I got 4 fillers.
Right? But you know, it's kind of crazy that you say that, you know, it hurts your feelings that, you know, people think that you're not a black man. For me, I take it as such a compliment when people think I'm mixed with anything. That people think that I'm not white. You know, I get so excited because I tan really good in the summer and then I have black hair, you know. And so people are like, oh, what are you mixed with? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny.
You know, I'm like, I think that's like the greatest thing in the world. Like, oh, I'm looking so pretty today, you know, because someone thinks I'm anything other than white. Because white is just, has always, I grew up in areas like Philadelphia, San Bernardino, California, you know, things like that where I was, you know, one of the only white families in the neighborhood. And so to me, the darker you were, the more beautiful it was, you know, and I was just like, I'm white, I have no culture, I have no, you know, like, bleh, we're boring, you know, so.
You know.
I'm like, that's sad that you
white
know.
people aren't boring.
Really? How did you say white earlier today?
What? No. No, you know, look, I'm half black, half white. I feel like I have an interesting perspective on this. I consider myself a woman of color not only because, but I'm half black, half white. I can't deny either part of me. They're both, I'm literally equal. I love both my parents equally, but I consider myself a woman of color because I am way too black to be white, and I am way too white to be black, so I gotta pick something. And also, I respect Lola. She's a woman of color. I would like to be like Lola. I identify more with Lola's side of the family. Like, this is so sad. I hope my dad doesn't get hurt by this, but I'm just going to say this. Like, I consider Lola's side of the family to be, like, my real, like, family. Like, the people that, like, really loved and cared about me growing up as a child. Like, so I identify more with that side of me. Just naturally.
I mean, I've come to realize when it comes to a lot of biracial kids that, especially if they're mixed with the black family is more accepted than the other race.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but it's been like that. But it's changing though, because what I do like to see, and it's kind of crazy, I like seeing white grandparents and they have little black kids with them.
Oh, I love it. I love to see white grandparents with caramel babies.
Yes.
Oh, it brings joy to my heart.
It does. I like it. I love it. Because that means whatever they were taught, if they still believe it or not, as soon as that little baby was there, everything changed.
Yeah.
So that makes me happy. And then, you know, around here, this is a military, so you see it all the time.
Yeah. All the time. We got everything here.
Everything.
Right?
I love to see little caramel babies, and it excites me to think that they actually have role models. Mm. Like, because I didn't see any mixed people growing up. Like, you know how excited I was growing up watching Cinderella, the one with Brandy, that there was a white dad and a black mom? Mm-hmm. That was just like, what? Like, there's a family that looks like mine on something? I mean, granted, the baby was Asian.
You know what that means?
What?
Somebody's mama was lying.
Somebody's mama was lying. But I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, that's my dad and that's my mom on something. Like, that's so cool. Like, I think that's why I like that movie so much. Also, you know, I'm a musical theater child, and it was Brandy.
Stupid.
So, and you know, beautiful costumes, everything. I could wax poetic.
Listen, I didn't get the musical bug. To me, it's just. I mean, I understand why people like it, but to me, it does nothing for
me. And that's fine that you're uncultured.
I'm uncultured. First of all,
what are you doing right now? Like, you are fidgeting. Like, are you bored?
Why are you looking at me?
I have to.
First, no, you don't. There's a whole world you can look in the other direction.
What's in your socks?
It's what's this guy's name? Shit.
It's Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah,
so he has. Let's set the tone here, the mood. You have Cyborg socks on.
Ooh, are we examining the fit of the day?
Wait.
And then you have a Hakuna Matata t-shirt on.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
With Simba and
Timon and Pumbaa. Oh, there's Pumbaa.
Yeah, no,
there's Timon. I see it now.
And loving this whole moment.
First of all, let's not forget, let's make it worse. Not only are these dad pants, they're pajama pants.
And we love to examine Daniel's OOTD because Daniel's OTD sometimes is really...
And OTD is?
Outfit of the day.
Oh, okay.
He really be out here and he thinks he's coordinated and it's real bad.
I will say this. I'm humble enough to understand that I'm the kind of man that will do better when said woman he's with dresses him.
Really? Because I'm loving this.
I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm gonna be comfortable all the time.
This is one of the better ones,
right?
No, Daniel will have like full on like crazies, which I love the crazy socks, but he will try to coordinate his socks. Let's say the socks have orange and blue on it. He will wear like Hawaiian, like flower.
Not out though. Like
no, this is inside.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna play the other side of this. What were you wearing the other day when we were in Brentwood?
No.
We was at the posh, bougie, doctor's office and everything. What was you wearing? Let's have a flashback going.
Look, I'm not saying I'm the cutest dresser either.
No. But I feel like y'all's, attire, flavor.
I have an eclectic flavor.
Exactly. That you can look amazing, on point, everything matches. I cannot compare. However, your norm is you were wearing the other day flannel.
Stop.
Biker shorts. And what was the foot attire?
You already know it was platform Crocs.
Thank you.
If you ain't Crocs,
so
rocking.
If you ain't Crocs, you ain't rocking.
How we pointing fingers?
Sir, in my defense, this is called leisure wear. I wear my leisure wear when I'm at leisure because I'm a leisurely man who likes to leisure.
Right.
So I'm always comfortable.
I would like to think all my colors coordinate though.
And the rule in my house is the uglier your pajamas, the better it is. So if you got some ugly pajamas on with some socks and some stuff, that's what it do. That's the rule. So that's what. And then when we play our games at Lotus crib,
we do like to do leisure wear. But I have a matching flannel set.
See, I would die in flannel.
And it's so comfortable.
Be on fire.
So cute.
I know.
You're so cute.
Oh, let me bring up something.
Oh gosh.
Because I got a bone to pick, yo.
With me?
With all women who cuddle.
With all.
Oh, okay, good.
Go
all right, so just from the man's perspective.
Oh shit, Nicole. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Hey everybody, it's Aurora again. Hope you enjoyed that first part of the episode. Stay tuned next week for the second part. We'll just pick up where we left off. All right, have a good week. Bye. Love you.